Characters would be, but I do believe we have Akamarured on the line. Hello, are you there?
Hello, I'm here. What's up? Oh my god!
Look at that! Did you just watch the trailer? Did you just see that?
Yes, my body was not ready for that.
Your body was not ready? My body was not ready too. That's so cool. How did you like the flavor of Wonderland Dreams in terms of it being like fairy tale and stuff like that? And did you appreciate the Starforged Legends theme?
I grew up with fairy tales like we all did, and I enjoyed that, but I gotta say, this one, I'm super excited, because I grew up watching Saint Seiya. Are you kidding me?
Yes,
I don't know if people know what that is, but
yes, I know what that is.
It's the same thing. Oh my god.
It's so cool. I love the... Yeah. What was your favorite kind of character that was shown in that trailer? Was there a particular character that stood out to you?
Pegasus, of course, because it's the main character of Saint Seiya, but
yeah.
Other than that, I really like the Taurus guy and the Medusa. It's always nice to see. There's also a dragon in Saint Seiya, so I'm curious for that, if it's going to be on the constellation. There's Bear as well. It's a very famous constellation. I'm so hyped for that.
You must have gotten real excited about all of this. I can only imagine that you would have seen a whole bunch of stuff.
My heart is racing. Oh my god.
It's super cool. I really enjoyed the trailer. What do you, just out of curiosity, it's okay if you don't, do you have any ideas for like a mechanic or something that you would like to see them introduce in this expansion? I know if you had been listening, Envy and I were kind of talking about some ideas. Do you have any?
Yeah, honestly, I have not thought about a mechanic. I wish there was a new mechanic, because the game needs it, because it's been 2 expansions. But I would like to see something with not related to enhance, something perhaps with the amount of cards you have in your hand, not necessarily being a forest specific class, but if you have like per se 3 cards of your class, do something, 2 cards of your class, instead of just being only neutral focused. Perhaps a new type of mechanic with the specific term. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of flexibility here. We're going to the stars, man. We're going to the edges of the universe, apparently. And there's that Destroyer of Worlds. It's super cool. But yeah, the expansion reveal, really awesome. I'm super happy that you were excited about that. It sounds really cool, and the connections you have with the constellations and stuff is awesome. Really excited to see more. And we're going to be revealing a card right after the interview, so it's going to be a bronze card. So that'll be interesting to see a quick peek, and we might even see kind of a new mechanic. But let's talk a little bit about the Shadowverse Open and kind of your performance in the tournament. You are #1. You are literally #1 right now, Akamarured. And even in NA, nobody has a 4-0 scoreline right now. You are the only one. How does that make you feel?
It is. I still haven't realized today that I'm actually unbeatable on NGE, because it was 1 month ago that I was a casual player 1 month ago. Like I said, this was my first big tournament, and I really did well, and I'm so happy for that. And I still haven't realized I'm one of the strongest players in the EU region. So
that's so really mind-blowing. That's so mind-blowing. One of the big things for us when we were kind of discussing the top players of EU was talking about how you play with a certain style of consistency. If I were to ask you a question, like how do you approach card games and how you approach Shadowverse, what would you tell me your mindset is? Are you aggro? Are you control? Are you combo? What is your play style?
I usually like to be flexible, so I'm not predictable. So I look at a card game and I look for specific individual cards. I look for a win condition. I look for tempo, value, or aggressive-oriented cards, and then I try to build around that with a specific win con inbuilt with my decks. Yeah.
Interesting.
I ask myself, how do I want to win the game, and then I try to build as efficient as possible towards that win condition.
Interesting. So, from your matches so far, who do you think has been the most challenging opponent? Do you think that opponent is yet to come? He's your last match, or how do you feel about the competition that you've had to this point?
I think from personal experience, I think one of the strongest players is definitely Sheepy. And Kaonis was also really hard, especially because it was my first week. I had a double series as a new player to the competitive scene. Most people didn't know about me. Chippy didn't know about me. I know he was a good player. He played in a lot of tournaments. So I was definitely not confident on that first week. But as soon as I got the 2-0, I actually realized I could have made it. I could qualify. And now I see myself as the first. So they are very slow, methodical players. They have built strong lineups close to my own lineup, actually, which I believe was the strongest 3-deck lineup, and the Sheepy had a close one to mine, so that was really a scary moment. And once I was able to overcome that, I was really confident and happy with my performance.
Nice. Yeah, well, evidently 4-0, undefeated is crazy. Let's talk a little bit about HSK. Hollowed Skies is a team that I think in the first season of Shadowverse Open, I'm not sure if you really watched the first season at all, but they didn't really have much of a presence, but in Season 2, HSK is everywhere, right? You guys got North American representatives, European representatives. How did you find HSK? And kind of what's your relationship like with them? Do they help you out a lot? What is that like?
Yeah, so to start the story, I was a casual player, like I said. I saw the NGE commercial on the game client, and I definitely like to be competitive, so I went to Reddit. I posted on Reddit, I'm looking for a group of players. I don't know if there are Western teams, because I didn't watch Season 1. And one of the guys in HSK actually said, we are a team, we can try you out. So I tried out. And once I got to know them, they're really fantastic people. They're really friendly. We are very close. They make me laugh in the stressful moments. Because this game can sometimes be very stressful, of course, when you grind, when you need to practice. And they help you relax and give you confidence. And then NGE started the EU season. And me and Sizane, we are Europeans. We started and we were successful. And we were kind of building up this momentum.
Sure.
And because Pancake Reaper qualified on the week 2.
Yes.
And we qualified on the week 3. So we were so happy for Pancake that ourselves actually got that momentum and carried through and qualified. So
nice.
I'm really glad for HSK, and I cheer for them like a soccer team.
That's awesome. And you're from Portugal. Soccer is like huge in Portugal, right?
Exactly. We have the best player in the world, man.
That's amazing. Hey, man, I could talk to you for hours, I feel like, but we got to wrap things up. Are there any shout-outs you have? Is there anything that you want to say to the general audience here?
Yeah, shout-outs to my supporters, my fans. I know you guys are out there. Thank you so much for supporting. I read every single chat when I do my replay reviews and stuff like that. Thank you so much for that. Shout-out to HSK, to my family, to my parents. They were very happy when I qualified. And also to the community of Shadowverse. And a special shout-out to Mr. Pancake, because he hasn't qualified yet. He's going to play on the last week to qualify, and I think he has the potential to do it. So special shout-out to him.
All right. Go Pancake Reaper. Thank you so much for your time, Akamarured. I'm going to be watching out for some of your predictions because I think you have a good handle on the Starforged Legends. But thanks so much for taking your time and tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let's move on here. And, man, Akamarured was such a joy to talk to. It's so touching. Man, both Catch and Akamarured just Catch for his girlfriend and Akamarured for his family, for his people.
It's hard to pick one, dude.
People.